to expose Home Depot. What departments should you be going into to look for penny deals? What to do if you get a penny deal? And I'm going to show you the hidden meaning behind those tags. Also going to show you how to tell if you're in a poorly run store, which is good for you if you are, because that means there are penny deals to be had. First things first, you're not typically going to find a penny deal if you're just at the clearance section, but I am going to talk to you about the tags and what they mean. So first things first, the 00. As you can see it right there, it was put out there at 10/20/23, so this is a brand new tag. And the 00 means that this is the final markdown for this particular item before they send it back to the manufacturer. These items are typically not pennied out. The next tag to be on the lookout for is something like this that ends in 06, and you can see this was put out here on July the 24th. What that typically means when it says 06 is that 6 weeks after it gets marked down, so 6 weeks after that date, it will go down to a 03, an additional discount. Now, when you get to a 03, these are typically products that are at their final markdown. Now, these will not be sent back to the manufacturer because these are pretty much disposable. So a lot of times Home Depot will just throw these items away, and it's 3 weeks after this date typically that happens. Now, that doesn't always happen. Your store may vary. A lot of times the manager, if other stores in the area sell that item very well, they might try to ship it to one of the other stores, wait for one of the other stores to be depleted, and then get the customer over to their store, or they just hold on to them for too long and it goes away. Now, if a deal ends in 7, that is 97 or 07, that's just the regular price, folks. And now I'm going to show you how to tell if you're in the right store to find penny deals, and almost all of them are the right store. So the first thing you're going to look for when you're walking down one of these center aisles is if there's anything on these end caps up top here, because there should not be anything up there. It's a hazard, and that plywood that's down there, it's going to break sooner or later. That's a hazard. And here's another thing you're going to look for are things like this. It says EcoSmart up there. Those are light bulbs. They're in aisle 7 with electrical conduit and dimmers and stuff. Those should be over on aisle 1 with light bulbs. They should be broken down and put into aisles up here where all of this seasonal stuff is. But that's where they go, and that's where they belong. This is a clear indication you're in a poorly run store. Now, the color of your tag matters too, and I'm going to show you it's not always what it's cracked up to be. White tags like this are what Home Depot uses to denote product and price for regular items. You can see it there. Yellow items on a box like this, yellow is only for clearance items or specially marked items. Should never go on just a plain box. And as you can tell in this store, a lot of mislabeled product. And here's another quick tip for you. So you can see we're in the ladder department, but look up there. Those are plumbing vanities. They don't belong there. So they go from there all the way down to aisle 31. If you can see all the way down to where that 24, 25 is, that's where they are. And that's how far you have to travel to get it. So about half the store. Now, there are 4 departments that are prone to have penny deals because, well, either staffing people aren't there, they don't have enough staff to run the department, or there's certain limitations like a desk that prevent people from getting out from behind the desk to take care of their overhead. Now, the first department that you should look at for a penny deal is actually plumbing. Now, plumbing's typically where you're going to get your biggest savings as far as finding a penny deal, because they have a combination of big and little items. And a lot of times on the little items, they don't have enough overhead storage, so they move them where they're supposed to move them directly overhead. They might move them over to the side. They may even move them down to the end. If you've ever been to Home Depot, you know the associate. If they don't find it here, they look there. If they don't find it there, they just tell you they don't have any. And the number 2 area to find penny deals is actually electrical. See, Home Depot is open for over 160 hours a week. For 40 of those hours, they have somebody working in the electrical department. The rest of the time, it sits empty, or they have a floater. Floaters don't care, and the one full-time person they have can't pull down all the boxes and get all the stuff down in a timely fashion. So you'll see little items like this put up there, pushed to the back as newer items come in. You'll see wire that has been here for years, and you can tell because it's dusty that should have been gotten rid of a long time ago, but it's still up there because no one takes it down. And here's another sign to look for: no home. When a new item comes in and they don't have a place for it down here on the shelves, they are supposed to stick it in the no home bays until corporate tells them where to put it. But a lot of times, the Met team, that is the ones that stock the shelves at night, they don't look at those reports because they're busy putting stuff up overhead. So the stuff just sits there and sits there and sits there until it's pennied out or gone. Occasionally, if you come in and scan one of these and you don't see the code, which on this one ends in 018. If you put that into your app and the price doesn't come up, there's a good chance that item is a penny. The other department that you can come into and find a lot of penny items is the paint department. And again, it's because there's a desk in the paint department. Those people don't come out from behind that desk typically. So all of this stuff doesn't get pulled down or stocked out. So again, look for the code 252, that one. Put that into your app. If that number doesn't come up, chances are it's going to be a penny. And the last department that you can find penny deals, again, because it's understaffed, they typically only have part-timers working back here, is the lawn and garden area. Count seasonal in there too, because it's all the same to Home Depot. So you can see we're still in lawn and garden, but look at this. They have a tile saw that belongs in their flooring and tile department, but you're also going to want to look for pallets like this that have multiple SKU numbers on them and a count. Count's probably inaccurate, but no one checks these even though they're supposed to. And a lot of times, yeah, you're going to find some good deals hidden in that thing. I know what you're thinking. How did they get down if they're up there? How am I going to find these deals? Well, you just have to ask. Somebody will come get them for you and pull it down. And it's just a matter of you rummaging through and finding what you find. But I'm also going to tell you how to get deals at Home Depot without having to go through any of this. So if you're traveling through and you see boxes like this that are faded, or boxes like this that are clearly water damaged, or stuff like this that's just piled there, it's all damaged and you don't know if it's broken, any associate at Home Depot can mark the price down up to $50. A store manager can go up to however much they want. A supervisor can go up to $100. So if you see items like that, simply just approach them in a nice way and say, hey man, I want to work out a deal with you. What can you give me off on this if I take it today? If you're buying multiples, they're going to give you a bigger discount. It's just the way Home Depot works. And hope you like it. Subscribe.